Hey guys, I decided the second upload for the month would have to be a recording kind of telling you guys where I'm at. And while I do this, I'm going to be playing Frontlines demo, or what, Frontlines 2, or the Frontlines sequel, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to be playing that and trying to navigate through it at the same time that I navigate through my thoughts, which is going to be difficult. And of course, there's going to be little to no cuts in this video. I don't think I'm going to edit it. I really don't have the time to edit it. I've got one day left, and I've got to upload the video before the end of today. So, I guess we'll just go through it, and we'll just take our best shot. So anyway, at least while the victory thing is going here. This is the game that I plan to stream next. If I'm just I gotta start with something, right? So, this is the game I plan to stream next because I played this game for 10 hours yesterday. 10 hours straight. And I found myself highly amused with it. It was definitely an adjustment from the old Frontlines, but I had a lot of fun. I met a bunch of people that I really liked. They were really good players, and we all just kind of had a lot of fun together. I mean, I wouldn't have stayed on for 10 hours had I not had a lot of fun. And I think a lot of people could say the same type of thing. They were really hard to go against, though. So I also, right next to me, I have a list of things that I wanted to talk about that are pretty fragmented because, you know, I can't really get my thoughts across all that well when I'm doing something. As you guys can tell, talking while I'm playing is difficult unless I have something concrete in mind. And since I don't, that's why I have this list of things beside me, so I can actually, you know, move from one point to the next. All bit messily, but messily is better than nothing. So, the whole video push that you guys have been seeing is me having a New Year's resolution to upload 2 months. What? No. Upload 2 videos per month. Jesus Christ. You're going to get a lot of that in this video, so just prepare. But to upload 2 videos per month until the end of the year, which I have done. And we're in August right now, so... How'd that not hit? What? Hey, get back here. Oh, shit. Alright, so I have done that pretty much perfectly. There have been some hiccups along the way. I've had to upload some kind of bum videos, you know, videos I didn't mean to upload, in a sense, because, you know, I didn't have enough time, or I fell behind because I was goofing off, that kind of thing. In this case, for this month, I have to upload 2 bum videos, and I guess this one counts as the second bum video, because I was going to upload the tournament video. A video edited from the tournament that we did on July 26th, that I did not... I underestimated how big it was going to be, if I'm just going to be frank with you guys. And, my schedule pays the price for it. However, because this month is a complete bum month, I mean, the videos are videos, so they do count, but next month is going to be pretty good, I think. I think it's gonna be much better. I'm gonna have the tournament video, and I'll also be having, likely, the White Flare and Black Bolt ETBs together. I figure since, you know, they're part of the same set and they're just divided into 2, it'll be pretty good to put them together in one video. So those are probably the 2 videos that are going to come out, and I'm excited to work on them. I've already worked on the tournament video quite a bit, but it's just not close to being done, so that's why August is the way it is. Okay, now that we're past that, maybe we'll go to... yes. Okay, so plans for October. As you guys know, every year since, I think, 2022, I've done a Halloween stream. A pretty big Halloween stream where I'd sit and stream for anywhere from 6 to 10 hours, playing games that I like with my friends. Halloween themed, of course, horror and the like. When I say horror, it just sounds like I'm saying whore, so I have to, like, stop myself and think about it for a second. Not my greatest skill set speaking in front of a camera, but You get used to it. You get used to it. Dang, I hit that. That was nice. But yeah, I'm gonna do a Halloween stream just like I did every other year. And I hope my friends are gonna be available because last time it took a while for all of them to get on. And the games that I wanted to play were kind of fragmented and scattered, and it was just kind of a messy stream. I think I got off early because I was really tired, so I'm gonna have to do it as soon as I wake up next time. I think it's that, and I just wasn't really excited for it last time. So I gotta really hype myself up and play some new horror games, and hopefully co-op horror games so Nox and the rest can play them. I don't know how the throwing knife didn't hit. Of course, December is going to be the same type of way. We're going to be doing a Christmas stream, perhaps a series of Christmas streams like I did last year. I didn't finish all 7 of them. I did 6 of the 7. And while I'd like to say that 6 to 7 is better than nothing, it looks incredibly unprofessional, and I really want to avoid that this time. So there's this other thing where I've recorded all of the Christmas present openings amongst my family for the last 3 years, and while it would make for good content, I'm not sure that many of those family members would enjoy their faces being posted onto YouTube. So that's probably not going to happen. I'm not going to be using those, but they do exist, and I'm happy I recorded them. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, though. So that's out. New Year's stream obviously is going to happen. I've done one every year since, again, 2022. And I think it's going to be fun. It always is. You know, watching people kiss in Times Square like they've got something fucking wrong with them. I don't know, something about it being romantic. Who gets married anymore? It's 2025. Alright, so I guess we're moving on to personal. Whew, that was hot right there. I'm aroused now. Anyway, so for anybody who doesn't know what's gone on with me recently, I moved 4 months ago, which is also around the same time that I got Twitch affiliate, but more on that later. I moved 1 county over because, I'm going to be real, Elyria is just kind of dead. It's... If you were to walk around at night in Elyria, there's no activity. It's just completely dead. It's just done. It's a place that I would have wanted to go around and take pictures and, you know, just kind of chill out, but it's also not a very safe city anymore, from what I remember. There is some crime issues, and there's some spots in Elyria where you don't really feel that safe in, and that's only gotten worse over time. So we moved 1 city over to Vermilion, and it's so much nicer here. We're basically on the lake, and some of the properties are kind of expensive, but this is kind of a tourist spot. So, I mean, it's not like a Siesta Key or something fancy, or Hawaii, but it is a place where a lot of people come to, especially during the summer. I don't know what it's like in the winter. I have yet to figure that out, but we'll see. We'll see how my first winter here goes. There's 10,000 people in this city, compared to Elyria having like over 100,000. It's pretty good. It's a lot smaller, but it feels so much livelier, if that makes sense. I don't go outside, you know, I'm kind of a bum, but when I do go outside, I enjoy being outside here. It's great. There are also some pictures that I've taken by the lake, which are pretty nice. It actually looks beautiful here, especially downtown in Vermilion. It looks so much prettier than Elyria. It's actually great. It doesn't look half bad here either. So everything's great. My life is pretty good right now. Grandma's doing fine as well, you know. We love her. She's the GOAT. She's 76 right now, but she's still moving like she's 60. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty lucky to have her. I'm lucky that she took me in and, you know, decided to tolerate my shit. I'd rather be here, trust me, than with my parents, you know, breathing down my neck every 5 seconds about everything. And not even about just like getting a job or something, but everything you can think of. They will pick something on a random day and be upset with me for it. So, not a place I wanted to be. I'm glad I'm here. As opposed to the good times I'm having physically, mentally, I'm kind of back and forth. You know, as far as my friends go, it has been back and forth. So what I'm about to say will lead into it, but from 2021 to 2024, I was doing something called the Demon Roleplay. It was just something goofy that kind of started out between 2 or 3 of us, and I was the 3rd person to join. But it was a bunch of shit posting at first, and just some jokes on Roblox, and you know, just demons masquerading around as this and that, and screwing around with people on Earth. It was funny, but when I joined, it started taking on a more serious tone, and we switched our roleplays over to a group chat pretty quickly. DMs for the first few sessions, and then after 130 or so sessions, we actually created a server for the Demon RP. But the Demon RP went on to around 2024, mid-2024, I think May, before people got tired of it and we stopped doing it. But it was a good 2.5 years of fun. It was probably one of the best times that I can recall as far as roleplay goes in my life. It helped me a lot, you know. I was kind of lost in 2021, and it gave me some purpose, you know. It made me feel, I don't know, I put a lot of my feelings at the time into a character who some of you already know is Zero. And Zero is my baby. He's my life and my blood. And some people have drawn him. The icon for Zero is not up on this video at the moment, but whenever he is, it's usually me live streaming. And he's usually in the bottom left corner, or if I'm playing Festival, in the middle left corner of the screen. But he was the character I played with, as well as several other characters over the course of that roleplay. And it was great. Again, best time that I've had in a long time. But of course, that roleplay was not without its problems, and this is where some of my rocky relationships with my friends come in. Back in 2021, I was kind of an asshole. I still am an asshole, but in 2021, 2020, it was pretty bad. In 2017, it was much worse than that. So I feel like I've gotten better as a person since then, but I still look back on the days of 2021, 22, and I kind of want to kick myself. Some of the things that I have said in DMs with the friends that were involved with the roleplay make me want to die, and rightly so, because there are things that I have said back then that I would never say. At least not without it being a joke of some kind. I mean, not to say that those weren't jokes, but they were badly executed jokes, and they were just terrible. I mean, it was just me not giving a shit about anything or anybody. And I'm all for isolationist people and, you know, just introverts, but there's a limit. There is a limit, and then people don't tolerate it anymore after a certain point. You learn the hard way. And I've learned the hard way with many people, especially friends of mine in the past. Friends of mine who have cut me off or almost cut me off because I just take things too far. I don't really think at the time that I'm doing it, and I kind of just ruin things. Arguably, the Demon roleplay ended for the same reason. Half because people were just getting tired of the roleplaying. But as far as everybody involved, out of, I think, 6 or 7 of those people, only one of them, really, only one of them is willing to talk to me. Maybe two or three. But one of them is still friends with me. And that would be Dank Pies. You've seen her probably in a few past videos of mine. But I have nearly lost her so many times, and I'm so happy that she sticks around and she deals with my crap, because not many people do. You always need somebody like that who can take a punch. That's not to say that I can just abuse her endlessly and nothing will happen, right? But on my worst days, she's a lot more accommodating than she should be, and I'm so thankful for that. She was probably the biggest framework of the demon roleplay, so as far as the best days of my life went, she was pretty much the reason behind them, so I'm not even gonna downplay it. She's just great. She's a great person all around. She's a bit strict, a bit hectic. She's gotten a lot harder, or a lot more hardened since those days. I used to be able to say anything, and she just wouldn't bat an eye. But now I've got to be really careful because, you know, I value her as a friend, and I really don't want to lose that. Unfortunately, I just I know myself better than anyone else, and I don't know how long that's gonna last, right? Because when I get angry or when I get upset, a lot of the times I kind of lack that part of me that thinks before I speak, right? I don't know if that's autism or ADHD or something else, something, you know, demented, but it honestly could just be as simple as I never grew up and now I'm learning. Which is really pathetic to say, but it's just the truth, you know? But modern day, here and now, 2025, I think I'm a bit better as a person. Not great, you know, I'm not, there's still plenty of flaws, plenty of problems I have, plenty of mental afflictions that don't go well with my character. And there's a lot of things that if I could do them over, I would. But I'm still at the point where even if I did do those things over, I'm not sure how different they would be. You know, I know how I am as a person. Clippo's here. One of the people I met yesterday. Aside from all that yapping, I'm okay. You know, I'm doing okay. If you guys can piece that together and turn that incoherent rambling into something, you know, that makes sense, then good for you, but I just decided to, you know, go on a little bit of a rant there. With Nox. Nox is one of those friends that I have had some issues with. Not because of him, per se, but I feel like his personality and my personality go well together until we get upset. When we get upset, we are complete opposites. Or rather, we're similar, but we're both very stubborn. And two stubborn people in one room don't go well because nothing ever gets resolved, right? Whether or not it's me who makes the problem, which, interestingly enough, most of the time it is, but whether it's him or me, it's very difficult to come to a resolution. And it's like with Dank Pies. I value Nox as a friend, but I don't know how long he's gonna stick around and deal with my shit, right? He has so far, and I'm trying not to break everything that I touch, but sometimes I just forget. I forget what I'm working for, you know? And in the heat of a moment, I'll lose it, and I'll say things I don't mean, and I'll make mistakes like anybody else. I am human. I'm a more flawed human than some. So things do happen. But, you know, things have been back and forth with Nox. I'm on pretty good terms with him right now. He's in a lot of my streams, if you guys have seen any of my streams. Whew. Jeez, it's hectic in this lobby. He's in a lot of my streams, and I hope he is in many more streams to come. Him and his brothers, who are all fun people. You know, Sag and Croxo, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then feel free to skip ahead. It's okay. But that's that, really. As far as my mental issues go, though, I mean, I mentioned it before, ADHD and I suspect autism. I don't know, but I suspect it, just based on how I interact with people and how little empathy I have for people. But again, that could be me being terminally online. I don't know, really. I did not mean to go back to lobby. But it also could be, of course, talking about my mental issues. It could possibly be from, living under a rather strict family. It was a mix of strict and a mix of get everything I want, right? And that's a pretty unhealthy way to go. My mom, whenever I got in trouble, right, she would always buckle first, right? She'd give me my stuff back because she'd feel bad for me. And so I'd never really learn anything, right? I just figured that my mom was too soft, and my stepfather on the opposite end was too harsh on me. Probably all of the time. I can't really think of one time other than him defending me from my own teachers, who sometimes came after me pretty viciously. Other than that, I can't really think of one time my stepfather really stood up for me. Oh, another time. One more time that I can think of is when I quit my first job after 3 to 4 days because I buckled so hard under the pressure. I just could not. I couldn't do it. And unfortunately, my mom went all out. She screamed at me that day. It was terrible. I was not having a good day. My stepfather was actually the one who stepped in and kind of told her to chill and to take it easy. Granted, the next few months was me trying to get another job, which I eventually gave up on. But my stepfather was pretty harsh on me during those months too, because let's be honest, I don't want to work. Let's just be incredibly honest with each other. You and me, the viewer and the host. I do not want to work. I don't know why. I'm lazy as hell. Nobody wants to work, but some people have privileges that allow them not to and to get away with it. And as much as I wish I could have work ethic and I wish I could just force myself to do it, I feel like if I were to take a job, a heavy duty job right now, I would break down and I would buckle because I was never taught when I was younger how to work like that. I was never thrown into it. I was always coddled, cushioned, and even though I know it's wrong, I'm sitting here with my grandma and she's working at the age of 76. So I'm stuck between doing the right thing and doing what makes me comfortable, because if I don't do what makes me comfortable, I might lose myself completely. But if I do the right thing, I'll alleviate pressure from my grandmother. I'll make my parents proud, and I'll actually move on with my life and develop things that should have been developed years ago. It's just, I guess I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid to move on from things. I should probably jump into a match. I'm gonna have to tell Clippo I was recording after this. Man, I've been going on a rant here though. So as far as that goes, I'm not even gonna worry about it right now. It's a stressful thought. It's a bunch of stressful things to think about. Life is stressful, and I just don't know if I'd survive in it. I wish I knew for sure. I wish anybody knew for sure, but I'm just scared of moving. I'm scared of moving forward or backward or anywhere. I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start. I don't know if I want to start. I really have no desire to, other than to help out the family that I've neglected for so long. I'm an inherently selfish person, and I recognize that fully. I lack empathy towards other people or sympathy. I'm not a very nice guy. I've tried. Try as I will. Try as I must. But some things just never stuck. And that's why I'm the guy I am today. I'm a lot better than I was before. But better doesn't mean good. So, we'll see. I'm 23 years old. I've still got plenty of time ahead of me. But I'm just wondering how much more of that time I'm going to waste before I wake up and do something. But anyway, enough of that depressing shit. That's just me informing you guys on where I'm at mentally, physically, and whatever else there is. And let's see, what else is there? I've been stuck on the first 3 bullet points for a long time. For anybody who doesn't know me, I've been streaming on YouTube since 2021, and I've been streaming on Twitch since 2024. And as I said before, I got Twitch affiliate 4 months ago, it was pretty easy to get, not gonna lie. But it was definitely, how do I say this? It was definitely worth it, right? Because I expanded my audience a little bit, and I know more people now. People I wouldn't have met without getting Twitch affiliate. Oh, damn, that guy fell all the way down there. Hi. I've been uploading videos. You know, I've been uploading content since 2011. And that was mostly on a different YouTube channel. You guys probably check my YouTube channel and see that I've only had it for, what, since 2016? And I've only really started uploading stuff, like, consistently since 2020. But there is another YouTube channel that I had, which I'm not going to mention because the videos on it embarrass the shit out of me. I refuse to talk about it. Well, I refuse to mention the name. Anybody smart enough could probably figure out the name for themselves, but I will not be given any hints. Anyway, on that channel, I had a bunch of videos, typically Roblox, but sometimes other games, you know, when I actually figured out how to record them properly. I was pretty young. I was a youngin' when I started that channel. I think I was 10 years old, so I didn't know how anything worked, but, you know, over time I learned. And though it took a while, I'm kind of happy I stuck with it. This day and age, everyone kind of wants to be a content creator or they want to be famous. And even though I think that would be nice, that's not really why I'm doing this. I'm doing this really just kind of like as an archive for me and my friends. Just so when I look back, I can see myself doing these videos and I can kind of judge myself later on, maybe 5-10 years from now. And maybe enjoy some of the content. I want to see if, looking back when I'm older, I want to see if I can enjoy any of the content that I made instead of just cringe endlessly when I'm watching it. And I hope that's something I can accomplish, but if not, you know, it's fine. It's on the record, it's here. It's going to be here forever unless YouTube suddenly just decombobulates and spontaneously combusts out of nowhere. You know, I hope it won't happen, but won't be surprised if it does. Jesus. I was under pressure there. Whew. But with all of that, I'm pretty much done with all my bullet points. I've talked my soul to death in this little video that you're gonna see. And I'm not going to do another video like this for a long time. So I guess now is the time, since I need something to upload. And I need to do something, right? So I think I'm pretty much done here. If you guys like my videos, if you want to sub, if you see me on Twitch, drop a sub here at my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it. You don't have to, obviously. I'm not going to, you know, chain you to the bed and make you do it. But it would be nice. It would help me. More than you know, more than you know. Here's my last elimination. Come to daddy. That really didn't look like it hit anything. But, with all of that aside, I'm going to be streaming the game you've been watching here for the last 30 minutes, assuming that any of you have stuck around here for the last 30 minutes. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with it today. Perhaps the stream will have already happened by the time you guys see this video. So if it has, and it probably will have, go to my Twitch channel under the same name, minus the YT. And it should be in the list of published videos on my page. And just, you know, go enjoy yourself. I'll probably be streaming it more than once, so I guess be excited? I don't know. Do what you guys want to do. It's your lives. This is my life. And at this point, I'm just rambling nonsense. My focus is all diverted, as you can tell. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys deeply, sensually, and emotionally another time. Peace.